And this is my husband, Angel. Say hi.
Hello.
And today we're going to be doing a video about how we first met. We've been together for, what, 4 years?
4 years.
4 years, going on 5, right? In July. And no, I'm sorry. No, it'll be 5 years that we've been together. Wait, we already did 5 years together.
Yes.
Okay, so we already been together for 5 years. And then we got married 2 years ago in July in 2016. So we've been married almost 3 years. We have 4 children together. The oldest being 6, and then 5, and 3, and then our son who is 16 months old. Today we're going to be talking about how we first met. It's pretty interesting because we met while at my old job, which used to be at the UPS store, and he used to come into the UPS store.
We met while we were working.
Yeah, we met while we were working. We were both working. So we met while I was working at the UPS store, and my manager at the time, I actually worked at a different store, not the store that we met at a different store, and I worked there for about 6 months, and then my manager called me and said that if I could go work at a different store, and I was like, okay. I mean, it was closer to my house at the time, so I didn't mind going. So then as soon as I started working at the other store, me and Angel came in the store.
Yeah.
He came in the store.
I frequented that store.
Yeah,
that's what
I first met him. I had never seen him before, and I was working there at least a good week or two weeks.
Anyway.
And then he came into the store, and I helped him.
Come on.
Well, you want to tell the story?
No.
He came into the store, and I helped him.
Don't lie.
I'm not lying. And do you remember?
Yeah.
Okay, so he came into the store, and I helped him. I think he was sending a package to Mexico. Was that the first time? Okay, so it wasn't like your typical hey ma, what's up, or can I get your number? You know, it was like he started a conversation with me. He started a conversation with me, and you know, I think one of his first questions was, what does the tattoo on your chest say? And I have a tattoo right here, and it's in the shape of a heart, and it's my son's name. And so I said, oh, it's my son's name, you know, Leo John. And he was like, oh, you have a son? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I have a son. And he's like, what about the baby dad? I'm like, no, we're not together. And so, what did you say? What did you say?
It didn't even start like that. I made first conversation about random things. I don't remember what it was.
But one of his first questions was, what does the tattoo say?
Yes, okay. I didn't say, where's the baby dad?
You did.
I didn't.
You did.
I didn't.
You did because you were like, after that, he was like, after that, he said, he's like, well, I got BMD. You got BMD? You did. Right?
I said,
he's like, he was like, I got BMD. And I was like, BMD? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh my god, is it serious? You know, what is it? I thought it was he made it seem like a disease or something.
That's what it was supposed to seem.
And I was like, oh my god, what is that? And he was like, baby mama drama. And I was like, oh, I started laughing. And I was like, oh my god, this guy is seriously silly. He's funny. He's funny, he's serious, he's silly. So I think we just continued talking while I was helping him out.
She didn't want to talk to me, but I was persistent.
Yeah, I was just answering his questions, giving him short answers or whatever.
Give me a runaround.
Yeah, I would give him the runaround. We left it at that. I ended up helping him, and then I continued working, and then he left. I was like, okay, I'll probably never see this guy ever again. I didn't know he came to the store often. The next day I went to work, and around the same time, there comes Angel. He's coming in. And I was just I would think I was helping another person, and one of my coworkers seen him come in, and so she was gonna help him, and he was like, no, I'll wait for her.
No, it just meant
You did.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Esther told me.
Whatever. she was trying to play matchmaker.
No, because this was like the second time he came in. And he's like, oh, I'll wait for her, whatever. And I'm just like, okay, well, I'm helping this person. So I ended up helping.
I would not do that.
I ended
would
up
have been like, hey, don't help me, let her help me. No.
You did.
No, I had already told her what's up. So she was trying to do me the favor and was like, okay, I'll let you go with her. Okay. That's how it went. Anyway, continue.
He ended up coming in the second time, and I helped him. And I think, like, was it the second time that you tried to come and ship
no,
the FedEx package?
No, I didn't even come at you that heavy. I came in. I would come. No, I'm not. I would come in a few times for things that I needed to ship. And on one occasion, you heard my ringtone or something like that. You weren't even helping me. Another person there at UPS was helping me, but we already knew each other, and I would make comments at you, and my phone went off, and it was just something that you didn't expect, because I wasn't dressed like this. I was dressed up in work clothes, I guess, in dress wear. Yeah. Which I don't know how to explain that, I guess.
He was dressed up like in like work attire, like, you know, dress pants, button-up shirt.
Yeah.
And well, one of the times he came in, he did try to ship a FedEx package.
No, she claims that I did that on purpose, that I just wanted to come see her, and that I brought in a FedEx package to ship a UPS. When that's not the case. I did have a UPS package to ship, but I also had a FedEx package that I needed to ship, and I did not know that I had to ship it via FedEx. So I brought it in, and when both of you and Esther saw it, y'all made fun of me, or y'all were saying, oh, we know why you're here. We know why you're here.
He only brought in a FedEx package.
That's a lie. Nope. I brought in 2 packages. Because I didn't just say, okay, well, let me take my packages and leave. No, I still got service that day for 1 package, and then I took my FedEx package. Okay, I won't lie. At the office, I would volunteer to take the stuff to UPS. I did that. Okay,
but come see me.
Right, but I didn't do that FedEx thing on purpose.
So while I'm helping this person, I remember him coming in one time, and I could just see him staring at me from the corner of my eye. Like, I'm literally helping this person.
I don't even do
that. And I look over at him, and he was just like looking at me like,
you're lying.
You were. He was. I swear he was.
Whatever. Yeah. If I do that, you don't catch me.
And so he would come in like every day after that, like literally every day.
I'd come in often.
Every day.
Not every day.
He came in every day, and it was like, oh, to make copies. Oh, he needed to send an email to himself one time.
What? I did.
And I'm like, you don't have all this at your office where you work? And he's like, nah, it doesn't work. And I'm just like, okay. And then like after like a week or 2 of him just coming every day, I was just like, okay, like this guy is like really being persistent. And one of those times that he came in, he gave me a business card. Right? He gave me a business card? He gave me a business card. And he's like, oh, you know, my name's on it, my phone number's on it, in case you know anybody, like offering his service.
Anybody who might need my services, but I was talking about you.
Yeah, anyway. He was talking about me, okay? Anyway, so I'm just like, oh, okay, like I took his card and I put it in my wallet, like I did. And I go home, and at the time I have 11-month-old son, my eldest son. And keep in mind, this is like 4 years ago, and he loved to go through my wallet, and he loved to eat my business cards, any kind of paper that I had. Anything I had in my wallet or my purse, he would go through.
The dog ate my homework. The baby ate her business card. Anyways,
so
she threw it away.
I did not throw it away. I legit kept it. I think I still have it to this day. I show you. I still have it.
Okay.
He ate. Like, he started chewing on it, and I'm like, oh no, Leo, like, don't do that. And so it was destroyed. And so like one of the next times that he came into my work to go see me, he was like, hey, like, you know, like basically like, what were you saying?
I just made conversation.
Oh, he wanted to get some menus done.
And I did.
Yeah.
I really did.
And my work does that. We do like menus, we do everything. So he got some menus done, and I'm like, oh, I need your phone number because I'm filling out the paperwork to get these menus done for him for his work. And I get his phone number, and he's like, oh, here's just my business card.
Whenever I went back in there, I made a comment no, you told me, hey, my son ate your business card. I hadn't even tried to make another advance. That was as far as advances as I was gonna go. Now, if it didn't come through, okay, cool. I was still gonna be nice to you, whatever. So I just came back in there because I really did need to make some menus, and that's what I was doing there. And I mean, of course, if I'm gonna get service there, I might as well go with you. So that's what I did. And that's when you said, like, you stated the obvious, and you were like, hey, my son ate your business card. And that's when I said, if you didn't want to hit me up, you didn't have to. It's all good. And then you sat there and claimed that the dog ate your homework.
I was being serious. Like, my son really did grab his business card.
And I was just like, okay, whatever.
So
no, we left it at that.
You gave me another one.
No, it didn't. No, I did not. I put one on the contract.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't put a business card. I just wrote my number on there, on the contract. And I was already, to be honest, I didn't think you were gonna hit me up no more. I really thought it was an excuse, and I didn't care.
He thought he didn't have a chance. I
didn't care to pursue it anymore. I'm just saying, what? I know when no means no. So whatever. I mean, I'm still gonna check you out. Okay, yeah.
You were still gonna come in like once a week?
No, maybe once a week, yeah, something like that. Okay, I mean, I was gonna go to you in line if I had to go there.
We were just gonna be friends.
Yeah, for sure.
He just wanted to be friends.
What?
If he thought that I wasn't trying to pursue him as like a relationship, then that we would just be friends.
Yeah. What? I didn't have to be all hateful or be all salty because you said no, and I left. And at this point, I'm already thinking, oh, she just made this shit up. She made this stuff up, and she's not gonna hit me up no more, whatever. And that's when you hit me up. You text me.
Yeah.
I didn't text you.
Like, that day he left, he's like, oh, you know, if you didn't want to talk to me, you didn't have to. Like, you know, and I felt kind of bad. But, like, I was just, like, thinking to myself, like, is this like an opportunity? Like, is God trying to throw this guy at me? Like, you know, what's going on? I think that same day he left, and that same day I ended up texting him, and I was like,
yeah, because your coworker kept getting in your ear.
Yeah, one of my coworkers was like, Mija, he really likes you. Like, he's coming in every day. You know, you should just give him a shot. You know, just go on a date. Nothing's wrong with going on a date.
That's not what she said.
She did.
She said they don't make them like that no more.
Oh, yeah, okay.
She did say that.
She was on his side. So she was like saying, you know, give him a shot. You know, what's the worst that could happen? And I had just got out of my relationship from my son's father. And so I wasn't really looking for a relationship. I wasn't trying to be in a relationship. I was just trying to work, you know, support my son, you know, just being there for him. That's it. I was just focusing on him. And so I thought about it, and I was like, so I ended up texting him, and we started texting back and forth. And then, like, next thing you know, he's asking me to take me on a lunch date. And he got an hour lunch breaks. I only got 30 minutes. So it was just like the extra steps that he would take. Like, I remember one time he's like, let's go eat at a restaurant down the street. And when we got there, the food was already there. And like, he had already ordered it because he knew I only have 30 minutes. So I was just like, oh, you know, like, he's really like, how do you say it? Like, very...
Oh, amazing.
Amazing. He's very like, he's like very like, he's very thoughtful. He likes to do little things that people don't generally notice, like that I noticed at the time that he would do. It was just different. It wasn't what I was used to. So that, I guess that's what like made me fall in love with him even more. And then like eventually we started dating. And then we like eventually, like, I would go over to his house, and then I would just stay a night.
You're skipping like a bunch of stuff.
What?
Next video.
What's the next step?
Next video.
What's the next step?
That's it. This is how we met video.
Yeah, so that's how we met. Yeah, at my work. Eventually I started going over to his house.
It took a long time.
It took a long time, yeah. Like this didn't all happen in like 2 weeks. Like from us meeting to like by the time I actually went on a date with him, it was about a good like what? 2 or 3 months? It was about a good like 2 or 3 months. Like it was like little baby steps, like, you know, going on lunch dates, and then from lunch dates it went to like weekend dates, and then from weekend dates you know, then I would start going over to his house, but then I would come back home. I started to take my son around him, who at the time was only like 11 months old. He was about to be a year. And Leo loved him also. Like he was very good with Leo. Like that's also what made me fall in love with him, was he didn't treat my son any different. He was very like interacting with him. Something that I had never seen before. I never knew that there was guys out there like that to begin with, that would interact with other people's children. Before you know it, 2 or 3 months later, I remember him even coming into my work and telling my coworkers like, she's gonna be my girlfriend by New Year's, by January, because we met in August. So about August, so we met in August, and he's like, by January she's gonna be my girlfriend, right?
Something like that.
He told one of my coworkers, by January she'll be my girlfriend. And she told me, and I was like, oh yeah, like I laughed it off, like, you know, and
like whatever.
Yeah, well, not like whatever, but
whatever. And
then we started dating. January came along, and then we were already together. Like I was already living with him. That's the video on how we met. Stay tuned for more videos, and we'll see you next time.